Yo, yo, yo. What up, fam? Oh, man. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we're just chilling up here in Omak. Today is, what's the date today? Monday, November 21st. We had a pretty good week this past week. I'm trying to think of what we did. Last P Day was pretty good. There's nothing here in Omak to do, so yeah. But today we're gonna go hit up. I'm not gonna buy anything because I don't have any money. But we're gonna go just check out all these stores that are up here in Omak because there's a bunch of sick ones. So we're gonna go hit those up, just check them out, and then
Sorry.
then we gonna that's gonna happen later. Anyway, so Tuesday last week was pretty good. We had district council in Chelan. Well, it was with the Chelan district, not our district, but we have to go. And yeah, so that was in Brewster actually. That was pretty good. That was on Tuesday. Then we came home, did some tracting and stuff. Had a lesson with a kid named George. He's a pretty cool kid. He's pretty cool. His dad just passed away recently, and his grandparents, and so we're trying to talk to him. He's a cool kid. I don't know. He's cool. We haven't taught him more than once though, so yeah. And then so there's a recent convert here in the ward. His name is Jose Lopez. He was baptized like the week before I got here to Omak, and he's awesome. So he was like an investigator for a long time, and he was waiting for his wife to get baptized, like waiting for his wife to like be ready so they could get baptized together. But then after like 10 months, she like decided she wanted nothing to do with it, and she left. She told him she was gonna leave or something if he got baptized, or was that how it worked?
Yep. Well, the baptism was kind of last straw thing, and that made her leave because he said he wanted to.
Oh, okay. So she was planning on, I don't know, their relationship was pretty crappy. But then she basically said, if you get baptized, then I'm going to leave. Is that what happened?
She just left when he said he wanted to.
Oh. Well, anyway, she left because he wanted to get baptized. And then he still got baptized. So that was super cool. And he doesn't speak any English at all, which is really hard for him on Sunday. Well, it would be hard for anyone else on Sundays because we serve in an English ward. There's 2 other people in the ward that speak Spanish, and one of them is a Mexican. So the other one's a white person. Bishop, he served his mission Spanish speaking. So that's it. And he doesn't understand a lick of English, so we translate for him as best we can. Sacrament meeting and all the other classes and stuff. But even though it's like super hard, but his wife came back, so that's good. After about a week or so. Was it a week, or how long was she gone? Like 2 weeks?
She was gone like 3.
I guess she was gone for like 3 weeks. But she's back, but she still doesn't like Jose, like going to church and stuff. She was calling him like over and over again yesterday, didn't want him to be there. She called 20 times, and he didn't answer a single one because he was like, she just doesn't want me to be here. She's trying to tear me down, but I know I'm supposed to be here. I know I'm in the right place. He was just like, he's awesome. And for anyone else, it would be super hard to do what he's doing. But he comes to church every Sunday, doesn't understand a thing that's going on, doesn't understand anyone who tries to talk to him. But he's always smiling, and he's always just like the happiest guy ever. And so he's like super cool. We feel bad for him about his wife, but he just keeps chugging along. but he knows that he did the right thing by being baptized, and he knows that every Sunday he should be in church and that there's no other place that he should be. And he understands that he wasn't going to give that up just because she didn't want him to be there. So that was super cool. Then, yeah, so on Tuesday we taught him, well, we had a lesson with him, kind of. We started him taking the English classes from the Daily Dose teachers. He's doing pretty good on those so far. He said, sorry, I dropped you. He's had 2 English lessons. Oh, whoops. Sorry. He's had 2 English classes so far. So, yeah. But Wednesday, nothing crazy happened. We were supposed to so there's this old dude, he's a member. We were going to have dinner with him, but he can't see very well, so he doesn't like to drive at night. And he likes to take us out for dinner because he lives way, 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 way out in the mountains. So he was like, look, I'll go in in the morning and I'll pay for your dinner. I'll tell him everything. I'll buy it because it's just pizza. So he's like, I'll order it, have him have it ready by 5, and then you guys can just come in and eat and stuff. Because he's like, I can't drive home at night. So we're like, okay. So we go in and we're like, yeah, we're just here. He paid and stuff, and the lady's like, oh, he actually paid for last night. And we were just like,
Yeah.
we were like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, he came in yesterday morning and he paid for the pizza, and we held it all, we had it ready by 5 and no one ever came, so we had to throw it away. And so he basically lost all that money, and we were just like, dang, well, okay. So then she's like, so what do you guys want to get? And we were just like, well, give us a second, dang. So she walked away, and she was a sassy lady, so much sass. But then she walked away, and we just decided, okay, we'll just get some pizza and split it between the 4 of us. Anyway, so we did that, which sucked because we had to spend money when we weren't planning on it. But yeah, so we felt bad about that for the member. I mean, he would have spent the money either way, but still, kind of wasted the money. But yeah, so that was Wednesday. That's what happened on Wednesday. Nothing else really. Then Thursday we had our district council up here in Omak, and then after that we had exchanges with the APs. So that was cool. They came up here. I went with Elder Cannon, Elder Wunderlich went with Elder Taile, and yeah, we just kind of blitzed our area. It was pretty fun. Nothing too crazy happened. We met with Jose again for another English class. He's so funny when he's learning English. It's so funny, but he's awesome. Then Friday, nothing really happened. Saturday, nothing really happened. Then Sunday, yesterday was super awesome. So we went to church, and then after church, we did our thing. We did some tracting, went to dinner. Then we had a lesson with the Reyes. And I don't know if I talked about them last week, but the Reyes family, it's Monica's the wife and Arturo is the husband. They have been being taught for a couple months now, and they're super, super close to baptism. They're just right on the edge, and they just won't commit to it. They just keep saying they're not ready. They're 85% there. The glass is 3/4 of the way full, they keep saying. And so we're trying to figure out what is holding them back and stuff. And so last night, I guess we've taught them a couple times that I've been here, and every single time we basically just not rebuked them, but kind of. And then last night we had a lesson with them, We brought 3 members. We had the Whites. They're like a young couple, husband and wife, and then we have a dude named Brother Hopkin. He's super cool. So we brought all 3 of them because they all know the Reyes pretty well. So this lesson was like the most powerful lesson that I have probably been in my whole entire mission. Like, it was crazy. It was super intense. The members the members like threw down, but in like the most loving way. Anyway, so first we talked about how sometimes we just have to take like a leap of faith, and like we talked about Jose and how he, like, his wife left him, but he still got baptized because he knew it was something he should do, and he knew it was true.
And that was really tough for him.
And that was like super hard for him.
The Reyes knew that.
Yeah, and the Reyes knew how hard that was for him because they know him pretty well too. So we talked about that, and then we wanted to go over the baptismal questions so that they can see kind of where they're at, because the baptismal questions are basically like the qualifications for baptism, and if they can pass that, then they're ready to be baptized, technically speaking. So we went over those, and they just had a couple concerns with them. One, they don't have 100% testimony that Joseph Smith restored the church and that he was a prophet. And then the second one, they had a worry with the Sabbath day. The work that they do is really pretty complicated. They do like income taxes and stuff, and they help people get legal basically. And a lot of they work out of their home, and they have to work on Sundays during some times of the year, and that's like their most busy day of work, because all the people that they work with who aren't legal, most of them work in the fields, and the only day that they have off is Sunday. And they have to like work because of they need that money, because Arturo has MS and he has to be on all this medication, and it's super, super expensive, and their insurance doesn't cover a lot of it, and so they have to like do it, especially during that time of year, because that's how they get like most of their money for the rest of the year, because that's like their most busy time. And so they were worried about that, how that would work, and we just talked to them like, as long as you set the time aside to come to church, like you don't go out shopping, you don't go out and do stuff like that, you do all that you can to like keep the Sabbath day holy, but you have to work. We talked about how like there's people in the church who are doctors, like, and they like in the hospitals, and they have to work on Sundays, and it's just that's their job. And when it's like a doctor, stuff like that, they're like on call, so it's like they have to work. So we talked to them and how sometimes, like, as long as we are doing all that we can, then the Lord will understand. So we kind of like settled that one. But Monica especially is still having a really hard time with tradition in her family, leaving the Catholic tradition and changing. Her kids aren't really backing them up because they're saying, this isn't what you taught us, like all this stuff. So that's pretty hard for them. But then this whole time, like, the members were like super awesome, just bearing testimony, sharing experiences, just like it was so good. And then we wanted to talk about the importance of modern day prophets. So we talked about that a little bit, and we showed him a Mormon message of the prophet, where he's talking a little bit about basically the plan of salvation. And we watched the video, and Monica was crying basically the whole time. And afterwards, she was just like, man, that's so powerful. That's so powerful. And then Brother Hopkins shared a super cool thing. He was in church on Sunday, yesterday, and like before the lesson, and during one of the hymns, he was like, man, I need to share this tonight with the Reyes's. And then he was like, then later he's like, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. And then he's like, oh, I might as well just take it. So he did, and it was perfect because it played right into what the video talked about. And he shared these things from the hymn and, like, shared an experience, and it was just, like, super good. And then Sister White just, like, oh, and Monica's mom passed away recently, so she's, like, having a hard time with that. Like, my mom taught me all this stuff. Like, I can't just, like, leave her behind like that and stuff. And so Sister White was, like, she was just like, I know how important your mom is to you. And then as soon as she said that, Monica just, like, covered her whole entire face with her hands, was just, like, crying. And Sister White, like, bared, like, super strong testimony and told her how her mom would, like, want her to do this and want her to be baptized, and how after she's baptized, because they know about, like, baptisms for the dead, so she's like, after she talked about how after she's baptized, she can go do the work for her mom, and, like, that, I don't know, she just, like, talked about that a lot, and talked about how she's the only member in her family, and, like, how her family's, like, pretty against the church. They don't really support the church, they support her, but they don't really like the church and all that. So it was just a super good lesson. So we're just going to let them ponder on that for the next couple days before we go back, kind of see if what that did for them. So yeah, it was a super good week. Super busy. There's tons of stuff that we do. We never have time to do anything that we want to, like tracked. So yeah, it was a good week though. Tomorrow we got zone conference, so that'll be super good. And we got some exchanges we're going to do with some elders in the zone. So yeah, that's it for this week. We'll talk to you guys next week. Deuces.